New at 5, the Attorney General's office is taking a look at the management company in charge of the now condemned Canterbury Village condominium building in North Providence. 12 News reporter Alex Torres-Perez has been staying on top of this evolving story since residents were given 24 hours to move out. She joins us live in studio now with the latest developments. Alex?
Well, Shannon, residents told me they'd been dealing with maintenance issues for years and they were really never addressed. That is until town officials stepped in and condemned one of the buildings, leaving dozens without a home until those repairs are made. Now, the Attorney General's office is looking to see if they need to take a step in. They need to step in as more issues pop up at the condominium. More trouble at Canterbury Village condominiums after a landlord notified 12 News about a notice posted on their doors last week saying their water may be shut off because of a hefty unpaid water bill. Late today, the Narragansett Bay Commission tells me that hefty bill has been paid. Just one of the continued issues residents at the condominium say they have to deal with on a regular basis. Yet,
we have not received any criminal complaints.
Rhode Island Attorney General Peter Neronha says his office has been asked to do a review.
So the question is always, the phrase we use, do we have a hook? Do we have an angle? Is there some way that we can use our powers to fix the situation?
Are you currently looking for that hook?
Yes. Yes, sure.
Neronha says they don't always have the power to take action, but
if we come to a place where there is a step that we can take to protect Rhode Islanders, you can be certain we're going to do that.
Construction at the condemned building does not appear to have started just yet. I've reached out to Vista Management and Mayor Lombardi to find out the status of the people who were living in that building, but have yet to hear back. Reporting live in studio, Alex Torres-Perez, 12 News.
First tonight, we're following up on the North Providence condo building recently condemned over safety concerns. I'm Shannon Heggie.
I'm Mike Montecalvo. Rhode Island's Attorney General is now looking into whether or not he needs to take legal action against the management company. As we reported, residents were given just 24 hours notice that they had to leave. 12 News reporter Alex Torres-Perez has been on top of the story. She joins us now live in studio with the most recent developments. Alex?
Mike, Shannon, despite what fire officials called deplorable and unsafe conditions, the Attorney General's Consumer Division never received a complaint. But now they're taking a closer look at what's going on.
We obviously become aware of a situation that needs addressing, and we'll see whether we have the legal tools available to address it.
Attorney General Peter Neronha promising to do what he can to hold Vista Management accountable. His office is taking a close look at the situation at Canterbury Village condominium to see if there's any legal action he can take.
Is there some way that we can use our powers to fix the situation? Where we think we can, we do. Sometimes we're not always successful, but for what I tell our people is, I want to fight, and if we fight and lose, sometimes the fight is worth it.
Dozens of residents were forced out of their homes because of conditions inside one of the buildings after a pipe burst earlier this year. The town says they took Vista Management to court, but nothing was ever done. North Providence Mayor Charlie Lombardi even previously went as far to say,
those people that were responsible to straighten this out and put all of those residents in this situation, they should be arrested.
Neronha says this could be a situation where their hands are tied.
Whether there'll be an angle for us to do something here, I don't know.
However, he doesn't plan on giving up.
If there isn't, and we need legislation to give us more authority, you can be certain we'll try to do that.
I did reach out to the mayor and Vista company again today to get an update on construction, but have not heard back. A condo board member tells me that they do expect to have a contractor and timeline announced soon. In the meantime, the Attorney General encourages tenants who don't feel like their home or apartment is up to standard to reach out to their consumer division. Reporting live in studio, Alex Torres-Perez, 12 News.